Hey everyone, Brendan here from EarthBites. Today we're going to be looking at our mini spring growing kits. So inside we've got our instructions, we've got our peat pucks in our little grow dome, and we've got our seeds, kale, spinach, arugula, peas, and radishes. We're going to set aside the radishes because we're not going to be using those today. We'll use those in an upcoming video, but the other ones we're going to need. So we'll put those there. Now, first thing we're going to need to do is to rehydrate our peat pucks. So you can just sort of lay them out flat inside. They're not all going to fit when they're dry like this, but once they expand and get nice and soft, we'll be able to fit all 8 in this tray. So if you lay them out in the tray like that in the bottom, and we're going to add some water to them. You want to add enough water that they completely get covered. You'll see they start to float. It's going to take about 15 minutes for these to fully expand as they suck up all the water. So now that our pucks are fully expanded, we'll get ready to start planting. So if we look at our instructions, we need kale, peas, arugula, and spinach. We'll start with our kale here. Kale is one of the tiniest seeds we've got and one of the harder ones to plant. So you just have to be careful when you're planting this one out. And they're very tiny and round as well. So in each puck, we're gonna put 3 seeds. Now most of these already have holes in them. You can see if you need to, just with your pinky, gently make a hole. With kale, you don't want the hole to be very deep. I usually say about half a fingernail deep. And we're gonna add 3 seeds in each one. We're putting extra seeds in for some of these because not all the seeds always germinate. So we want to give you the best success at these. And we'll talk about how we can get rid of some of the extra plants later on if need be. Once we've got our seeds in, we'll close up the holes. Now we know those pucks are planted. Moving down the list, we've got our snow peas next. Now snow peas are a much bigger seed than the kale. And so for these ones, we actually only need 1 seed per puck. And these ones, we do want the hole to be a little bit deeper, about a full fingernail. So I'm just going to poke these holes down a little bit more to make sure we've got enough room. We'll push the seed right down in there and cover it up. Next, we've got our arugula. This is another small seed, so take care when planting these ones. Small and round. You can tell actually arugula and kale are in the same family just based on the seed shape. So we'll take 3 or 4. If you happen to drop an extra one in, it's no big deal. Seeds, pop them in the hole, cover it up. And the last one we have is spinach. So here's our spinach seeds. And again, we want 3 seeds in each one. So once your pots are all planted, we're ready to close up our little grow dome. And you're gonna wanna find some place nice and sunny, preferably a south-facing window, but any window will do, or even a nice well-lit place under a bright light. We're gonna place those up in the window and let them start growing. Now every day, we want to open these up and let them air out a little bit. That'll help prevent them from going moldy. And we also want to turn the tray around because as they're growing, they're going to be growing towards the light. So this will help them grow in a different direction and strengthen them. Feel the pots. If they're feeling nice and moist, they're probably okay. Every 2 or 3 days, you're gonna wanna add about 1 centimeter of water, and make sure when you add the water, you're adding it into the tray and not directly on top of the plants, because that can displace the plants. If they dry out really quickly, maybe your house is a little drier, then you're gonna want to water a little more frequently. But about a centimeter of water in the bottom of the tray is more than enough. So that's about all we have to do today for our mini kit. It does say on day 15 to plant your radishes. I'm going to be back around day 28 and we're going to do ours then. If you want to get them going before that, that's fine. But it's probably actually a little bit better to hold off because these radishes can grow really, really quick. So I'll see you guys back again on day 28 and we'll go to our next steps then.